Hey, how you doing? Adam here. The date is 2/2/2019. First journal of the year, I think, actually. I don't think I did one in January. I think the last one I did was in December, so that's a while. I think this is probably the longest gap I've ever had doing journals, so that's cool. Let me get right into the topics here, if I have a couple. Um, boo. What was I even writing here? I can't even. 'Cause this is such like in my mind, in my memory here. I remember this feeling like a profound point I was making, but this is like so like surface level obvious. Uh, if not everyone can. Oh wait, hold on. I must have. It would be then. Hold on. What am I even saying here? If because if everyone it would be meaningless, then does it mean that the relative? Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, yeah. I was saying, okay, let me read exactly what I wrote here. Because I said, if not everyone can be successful, because everyone were successful, it would be meaningless. So, you know how some people say, like, not everybody, like, if everybody were, quote, successful, then, then it would be meaningless because if everybody's successful, then, then it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Like, you know how people say that. I was thinking, like, if that's true, then does the relative comfort that poor people live in compared to the past meaningless? And like, because I was saying, like, if you're going to use that argument, like, not everybody can be successful, then can you also say to those people, like, well, don't tell poor people, like, oh, you have an iPhone, what are you complaining about? You got a computer, because like, so then it does mean that there's, I don't know what I must have like been thinking, because I can't wrap my mind quite around what I was saying there, but I felt like I was making a good point there. If I can think of what the hell I meant there, if I can like wrap up what I meant there better, maybe I'll say it. But there was another one I wrote down here, which I thought was funny. I was thinking about like the way Howard Bloom talks about people. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I was thinking about the way Howard Bloom talks about people, like the way he like talks about people, like when he's describing how somebody's behavior or whatever. He talks about people in the same way that like a zoologist talks about their monkeys, like she got her cracker and she was a good girl. Like that's the way I feel like he talks about like people. Like he's just a zoologist, like talking about people in that way. Like Coco the gorilla, like the sign language gorilla. Coco gets her cracker when she makes a right sign, and she's happy about that. Like that's just how Howard Bloom talks about people. So yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that one. Yeah, then there was this third one. I don't even know why I was thinking, this is so stupid. Like, okay, maybe the Mayan calendar date was sort of like when you point to a green light trying to... Oh, yeah! When I was thinking about the Mayan calendar and like how they predicted like the next age, like the age of Aquarius or whatever. Maybe they were only off by a couple years, because it's like, you know how when you're at like a red light and you see the other light on the other side of the intersection start changing, and you try to like point at the green light when you think it's about to be the green light, and sometimes when you do that you're just like a second off, like you point and then a second later the green light comes on. I was thinking maybe the Mayan calendar is sort of like that, like when you like they pointed but their point was just maybe a couple years off, and maybe maybe the world's going to end like next year. And that's all the journal topics I had written. Jesus. I got nothing to say now. Yeah, but I'm trying to think about more what I was saying on that first point. Like, I think it was what I was saying was like the relative, like if everybody were wealthy means it's meaningless to be wealthy, then I don't know. I have no idea what the hell I was saying there, because that just reading it now, that point seems kind of fucking ridiculous. Yeah, so I just filmed a video. For Moonside Adam, Anthony Fantano critique. We'll see how that goes. I have a feeling it could possibly get views, but we'll see. Because my strategy here for this month is just to upload like 8 videos. So I have 8 videos, 7 videos made. My goal was to have 8, but I made 7. And so I'm just going to release them over the course of a month and see if it like helps the channel's traffic, because you always hear like, oh, you got to upload frequently for, the traffic to increase. Oh my god, excuse me. But I don't think I've ever actually done that, like frequent uploads. So I can't actually say that that's true or not, but we'll see. I guess we'll see. So, because I'm going to release 7 videos over the course of the next 4 weeks. So, we'll see. But yeah, I got some. It's just been so long since I did a journal. I got, Wombly and Simiana left those comments on my last journal that were really nice of them. And I always appreciate comments, but I'm always so slow to respond to comments, like, cause I don't want that to seem like I'm just being rude or whatever. Like, sometimes I'm very slow to respond to comments, but I did read them and I did appreciate the comments, so I don't want anybody to think I didn't. Yeah. So what other than that? Christ. Oh yeah, I started doing Uber Eats instead of Lyft. And that's been paying. It's way more lucrative than Lyft to me for some reason, because they always say that the driving the people is more lucrative. But for me, it seems like Uber Eats, like I can make $100. I've made like $100 a day, like 3 days in a row, and I have like $1,000 saved up from it. So that's been going super well for me. So I'm gonna keep doing that. Like, it just doesn't, because I'm making like $2,000. If I really pushed on it, I could make like $2,500 a month doing this. So it doesn't make sense to me, like, why anybody would do a part-time job instead of just doing Lyft or not Lyft, but Uber or whatever, any kind of ride-sharing thing. To me, it seems like the only point of a part-time job now would be to make enough money to buy a car so you can quit the part-time job and start doing Uber Eats, because it's so fucking, like, it's so much better. And I can't be fired. Well, I mean, I can be deactivated, but I don't have to be fucking qualified. I can just do it. Yeah, it's great. I love doing it. And yeah, so that's been going well. Therapy's been going well. Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually said this on here, but I've never actually showed my dad any of my music. Like, I've been making music for well over a decade now, and I've just never showed any of it to him. And I think I'm going to soon, because I got the CD made, and she's been pushing me to try to do that. So I'm probably gonna be doing it soon, I think. Probably, maybe in the next couple of days. I don't even know, but I mean, I don't want to put pressure on myself, because that's not good. But I don't know. I feel like my positive emotion over the past couple of weeks has just been like steadily increasing, and maybe it's the therapy. I don't even know what it is, but I feel good, and yeah, I think it's a mixture of maybe the therapy, the fact that I find myself now in a situation that's so much better than it was last year. Because I mean, there wasn't really much of a threat of homelessness, because I'm sure I would have had a place to go, but there was that threat there that we might have to leave. I might have a studio in my garage anymore, and just the contrast from last year to now is just. It's unbelievably stark, because because of the situation now is like it's so unbelievably good. Like, my dad is just getting free money. Nobody has to work here anymore. It's just, there's no more stress. There's no stress about money. Me and my dad are just free to do as we please, basically. And we're in a really, really good spot. And I feel like it's a mixture of that, just the fact that I feel so good about where I am now, and also, like, I think the carnivore diet, I'm still reaping more benefits from that, because I just notice how much more, like, my body composition is still changing. I'm still getting, like, more muscular by the day. And my thinking is more clear. It keeps getting more sharp, my thinking. And things are just definitely getting better, and I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for this journal. Thank you. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye.